Hey, what's going on YouTube? So the other day I was watching a video from Rockin' Worms where she made pre-compost. Um, so I decided to do the same thing because I think it's a really good idea. I have worms uh, that I want to feed faster or that I want to get compost faster from. So I decided I would try to do the same thing. Um, from what I can tell from her videos, it's mostly cardboard, shredded cardboard, and coffee grounds. As you can see, I do have coffee grounds in here, just what I had left, and Bermuda grass because I didn't have that much coffee grounds because I'm too nervous to go to Starbucks to ask them to give me their used coffee grounds. So I just decided to use what coffee grounds that I do have that I saved and Bermuda grass because I have tons of Bermuda grass growing in my backyard. So I thought it would be a good way to use it. So I think, oh, this is day one of making it, and I think it takes about a day for it to get really hot. So you can see right now it's at 69 degrees. I think my temperatures outside is like 70 or something. Let me check real quick. Yeah, 71 degrees outside right now. So about ambient temperature. Um, I should probably I'm gonna put the tarp over this so it doesn't get too much sun, and we'll check it back tomorrow to see if it heats up or not. I think after it heats up, you should turn it. I probably should watch the video again. I don't remember, but yeah, it needs good water also. Um, she uses this mixture, like vegetable mixture. I don't have any vegetables. I just use plain water. Hopefully, it heats up uh, from the grass, but we'll see. I'll check it back with you guys tomorrow. What's going on YouTube? So it's been 48 hours since I made this pile. And I did check on it yesterday. It was not hot, and today it's also not hot. Um, inside it is wet, so that's really cool to see. Um, today I think I'm gonna add more um shredded cardboard, and today I weeded my backyard a little bit, so I got more Bermuda grass to add in here. I don't have any more coffee grounds, so I can't add any more coffee. And I'm too nervous to go to Starbucks to ask them if I can have their coffee grounds. But either way, I'm gonna set you guys up in a different area so I can show you how I plan on doing this. Okay, so I looked up on YouTube to see why uh, my compost is not heating up. It could be because there's not enough biomass. It's about 10 gallons, and I did shred more cardboard. I wasn't able to get another 5 gallons of cardboard, so I guess I had to make do with what I got. But yeah, there might not there might not be enough biomass or not enough water. Um, I think there is enough water. I just think there's not enough biomass, so that's what I'm gonna be adding. Like I said, I weeded my backyard today, so I have excuse me tons of Bermuda grass that I can use now. Just mix it together. The lady I watched working rocking worms, she makes uh compost like this, however you want to call it. I already forgot. Pre-compost, if I remember correctly. Where you, but she uses mainly coffee grounds. Again, I don't make enough coffee grounds, and like I said earlier, I'm too nervous to go to Starbucks to ask for the coffee grounds. I really should though get some more coffee grounds out of the landfill, but I think this is fine too. But what my point is that she was using old like water stuff. Like she would cook vegetables in water, and she would use that water to put in her in this compost pile. By the way, smells a little bit like soil. I'm really surprised by that. I thought it would be smelling a lot like coffee grounds, but there is a lot of coffee in here. It's not too dry in here. It's not too wet either, so I could add more water. So what I was trying to say earlier, where she was using old water, I finished eating. Well, we finished eating the beans yesterday, so I saved the rest of the water from the beans, and I'm gonna add it into here. And when I was gonna wash a crock pot where I made chicken, I used tomato sauce in it, so I rinsed that out, put it in a bucket, and I'll be adding the beans and the tomato into here. But after I'm done getting rid of this cardboard and the very little and the grass that I have. So instead of making you wait too long, I'll be right back once I'm done. All right, guys. So here's how it looks like after I mixed more cardboard, treated cardboard, and Bermuda grass. Um, I put a lot in here, so I had to take some of that out. So there's like another pile over here that you can't see, but either way, here's how it looks. I'll be adding some water. Like I said earlier, I didn't show you earlier, but this gross thing will be going in here. Hopefully, help inoculate this pile to get hot, but we'll see. I'm gonna clean this too to make sure I get all the water, but I'm gonna mix a little bit right now and then probably mix the other half in a bit and then make it one big pile. But before that, I want to make sure there's enough water in this. Okay, this is definitely not enough water. Luckily, yesterday I did fill a bucket full of water, city water, so it can air out the chlorine and chloramines, so that won't be a factor in my composting making method. The reason why you don't want chlorine and chloramines is because apparently that kills microbes. And obviously, we're pre-composting to get microbes so we can feed it to our worms. And I want it to get hot because Bermuda grass likes to grow. Even if you cut like the smallest piece can grow back from just this, which we don't want. Just because it gets hot doesn't mean it's gonna be 100% success rate of killing the grass, but it will give us a better chance of killing the Bermuda grass if we didn't do it. Okay, so I'm gonna add some more water, so and I'll be right back once I'm done mixing, and I'll show you how I want it to look like afterwards. All right, guys. So here's how the pile looks like now. I basically doubled the mass. Hopefully, with me basically doubling it, it'll start to heat up again, and you can see I added more water. It's a little bit more wet than it was earlier. When you squeeze it, no water comes out, so that's really good to see. You don't want too much water, but you don't want too little water. Now I got coffee grounds all in my hand. But right now obviously it's not hot. But we'll check tomorrow to see how it looks. So yeah, I'm gonna end this clip right now and we'll be right back tomorrow. Alright guys, so it was 2 days later after I mixed the compost with even more material, so doubling the size. And now you can see it's at 114 Fahrenheit, which is really cool to see. I'm not used to my compost getting hot. Right now, outside is like 71 degrees. It's really early in the morning, like 7 o'clock. So yeah, 114. That's really cool to see. When I first touched it, it's not even hot. So I guess the deeper you go in, you can actually there's actually heat coming from the microbes, which I'm really happy to see. Um, I think this is the part where you wait for it to cool down and then you mix it again. Uh, yeah. So 4 days after making it, I guess 2 days since I mixed in more material, and now we're finally getting to 100 degrees. So yeah, this is the new record for right now, 114 degrees, and yeah, I'll just keep an eye on this, I guess. All right, guys. So it's the next day. You can see the compost or the pre-compost cooling down. Yesterday was 114. Today is 96. I think I'm gonna turn it and add some more water to it to make sure it's fully activated again. Because the top layer is not dry, but it's kind of damp. So maybe the water isn't the problem. But just to make sure, I'll probably grab some more grass, short it up, and get that extra nitrogen boost. So I'll be right back once I get that grass ready, and I'll show you me mixing it, I guess. All right, compost people, for full transparency, I did not add any more grass. I feel like there's still enough food in here for it to reheat again. So instead, I just remixed it, a little bit more water, just in case I needed more water. Because the outside was pretty dry, but the inside was wet and still warm. Like you saw earlier, it was 95, now it's 75. So yeah, we'll just see what happens tomorrow if it gets back to temperature of 100 or whatever. If not, then maybe the next day on Tuesday I'll show you how it looks, see how hot it gets then. But yeah, guys, for right now, here's how the compost looks like after, or the pre-compost after I mix it together. Again, add a little bit more water. I did notice some of the grass was trying to grow back, so uh, yeah, this needs to go another heat cycle again. So yeah, I'll be right back in a later video or later this week. All right, YouTube. So it's 2 days later. I'm always doing it 2 days later, but either way, right now the ambient temperature outside is 59 degrees. So seeing this at 87 is a really good sign. Even though there's only like 20 gallons of composting material in here, but I have a lot more cardboard right now, so I want to see how much more bigger I can get this pile. So I do have a part of my garden where the raised bed not growing anything right now except for weeds. So I'm gonna probably cut that down and mix more cardboard together and hopefully double the size of this. So this is what 20 gallons, like I said earlier. Probably make it 40 gallons and maybe put it in a trash can to see if it's to see if it gets hot or compost faster. We'll see. But I'll be I'll show you the raised bed I'm about to cut down. All right, I said cut down. I meant to say chop down, but this is the very first raised bed I ever built in my backyard garden. And you can see there's sorghum growing. So yeah, there should be plenty of greens in here. I did plant a cover crop here last year. And you can see some of it's starting to flower right now. And there's some legumes. I think it's clover. So we'll see how much green material this raised bed gives me. If there's not enough, then I have other places I can take greens from, so it won't be too bad. All right, I'll be right back once I'm all set up. All right, guys. So I basically doubled it again. Here's how it looks so far after mixing everything. Uh, I mixed way more um, Bermuda grass than I did before, and there's not enough. You could barely see my coffee grounds now, so that's pretty interesting. I don't know if it's not moist enough. It feels like there's enough water, so I'm just gonna leave it for now. Uh, you can see I have it in this 32-gallon trash can, so it's almost full. So maybe the next time I do a load of cardboard, I can fill this trash can up. But either way, right now I'm gonna tarp this and put the lid over it. And then we're gonna check this tomorrow to see if it gets hot or not. Because right now, when I put my hand in it, there's definitely no heat. But yeah, we're gonna check it tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then Thursday. So I'll be right back either tomorrow or Thursday. Alright guys, so it's the next day. Sorry if I don't sound as well as I used to because I don't have my mic on me. Like you see, it got up to 109. It's actually the next day, so maybe tomorrow it'll be even hotter. We'll see, but basically I'm gonna cover this back up with the tarp and check it again tomorrow. 109 is really good actually. Alright guys, so it's the next day. You can see we got up to 114. That's really good to see. I think 114 is my max anyway, so um, it's not even that much higher, or not even higher than it was previously. But I do think that putting a tarp over it is doing really well for me. So yeah, I guess we'll just keep this going. All right, guys. So since my last clip is 2 days later, you can see all this bacteria build up on this pre-compost, and you can see it's still above 100, so 107 degrees right now. If I remember correctly, uh, the ambient temperature outside is 76 degrees, so way hotter than that. So that's really cool to see. Um, I think once it starts cooling down, that's when we start. That's when we turn it again. But as of right now, I'm just gonna leave it and see how it looks when it cools down. I'll be right back when it cools down, I guess. All right, guys. It's been 10 days since the last clip. You can see it's still getting up to 98 degrees, but um, since it is lower than 100, I want to aerate this a little bit and maybe add some more water because it does look pretty dry. But once uh, I get into it, it smells like soil, which is really great to see or smell, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna add some aeration into this trash can to see if it'll reheat, and I'm gonna add some assisted soil or assisted native soil to add to this to bring more biology from my native soil, and it'll also work great as a grit for my worms. All right, guys, so you can see the trash can before I start mixing it. I'm just gonna add a handful of assisted and native soil. Like I said earlier, just to add a little bit more biology to this pre-compost. And like I said, it'll be great worm grit. Okay, I showed you guys this before, but this is the auger bit that I got from Lowe's or something attached to my drill to help me mix this pre-compost even easier than I would by hand. And since I shredded the Bermuda grass, it's a lot easier to mix this without. I just saw some steam without this without the Bermuda grass taking up this auger bit. I can really, I can already feel that it's pretty warm in there, so that's really good to see. You can see there's some life. I think it's bacteria mostly, so it's really good. The bacteria is feeding on the Bermuda grass, which is the easy sugars for the microbes to consume. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna do this for like another 5-10 minutes to make sure it's fully mixed. All right, guys. So here's how it looks like after a few minutes of turning it. It was a lot easier than doing it by hand. Obviously, you can see there's some Bermuda grass trying to grow. I don't know whether you can see that. But yeah, Bermuda grass is trying to grow again, which we don't want. So hopefully, with this heat cycle, it will um, help the grass die. But apparently, you want your compost to be like a wrung out sponge, which already feels like that. Obviously, it's still you can still can tell what everything is, but you can see it's holding after I squeezed it. Now, after I mixed it, I guess the bottom parts was a little bit more anaerobic because it does not smell like soil anymore. But either way, we'll check on this tomorrow to see if it reheats. And yeah, I'm gonna just cover this again with a tarp and the lid. I forgot to mention, since it does feel like a wrung out sponge, I did not add any more water to this. I don't think it needs it. All I added was the dry native soil and mixed it in. So again, like I said, we'll check it tomorrow to see if it reheats. Alright guys, so it's been 4 days since I last mixed it. You can see it's still not getting up to temperature. And since today, I harvested some compost from my compost pit. I'm not too worried about getting compost faster than I was previously. So today I mixed up some more pre-compost and add it to here. Uh, Now I want to try to fill up this entire thing. You can see there's a huge gap. And yeah, hopefully we can fill this up and then we'll just let it decompose for a bit. As you can see, the trash can looks way different than this one, which is surprising to see, or not too surprising, but this one has a way different material. This is, I'm pretty sure this is tumbleweed, and I put a lot of purslane because there's a purslane growing everywhere in my yard, or my backyard, and I'm trying to get rid of it because I don't want it. Even though purslane is an edible weed, I'm not too worried about eating it right now. But either way, I'm gonna fill up this trash can with this. I'm gonna fill up that trash can with more pre-compost. If I need to make more, then I'll make more. All right, guys. So it's been about a week since I filled this trash can almost all the way up. It wasn't really that high from the last clip, so it did break down a little bit. But you can see right now it's on steady. It's not active. It's still higher than an ambient temperature, but just like last time, I'm going to use this drill and auger bit to aerate it so it can have more air, obviously. Trust your nose also, because when I smell this, it doesn't smell like earth like it did last time. So yeah, it's telling me it's getting anaerobic. So yeah, we're just gonna mix it today for, I don't know, a couple minutes with this, and I'll be right back tomorrow to see if it heats up or not, or higher than this. Today is July 4th, so happy 4th of July, but you guys probably won't be seeing this until way later, but yeah, I'll be right back. Alright guys, so it's literally the next day, July 5th. You can see it's still hovering on around 100, but you can see after I mixed it, it looks a lot better. Also, since I mixed it, it doesn't smell like it's rotting like it was before, or fermenting or whatever. It does smell better now, so that's a good sign. So I guess I'll just keep you guys updated on how this goes. Again, we're about 100, maybe 90 something. So it's still not getting extremely hot, but it's still good enough for this composting method. Hopefully we can have this ready soon so we can feed it to the worms. You still can identify everything, so clearly it's not ready yet, but it will be. So let's just wait a bit. Alright guys, so it's been almost a month since my last clip. The last clip was July 5th and today is August 1st. You can see I am starting a new batch of compost right now, and you can see it is getting hot already. A little less than 100, probably like 90, 95. But yeah, I'm gonna show you how the pre-compost looks like right now, and we're gonna feed it to the worms. Okay, so here's how the pre-compost looks like. You can see it's not fully broken down. It's broken down enough so the worms will enjoy it better. I did add a little bit more new cardboard because I thought it was getting too wet. I did move my previous compost to here so it can be better aerated. But let's check on the worms. As you can see, I'm having some cardboard over it so the worms have a better time of being in this bin, because even though it's been getting so hot in my area, you can see already, probably, I don't know, some worms, because worms like it dark, so this extra layer of cardboard will help them stay in the dark. Preferably in the bottom or under that cardboard, because apparently worms love cardboard, so that's another reason why I'm adding the cardboard. Okay, you can see some big worms, some small worms. I think I lost a lot of worms due to the heat because I wasn't keeping it cool enough. So hopefully now, once with the feeding, I'll do a better job of giving them food That's a sunflower leaf, so just add that. This is some compost that I use to make compost extract. This is from my pit method, so it's not worm castings. I'm gonna add that too, so the worms can reunite with the compost. Just spread it out a little bit. And I'm not worried about distributing the worms right now because they'll just come right back up when it's time or when they feel more safe. Okay, so I'm going to do this in layers. So basically, right now I have 2 gallons of the pre-compost that I'm going to spread out. Just like that. I'm going to put it all the way on the top. This way, I could just let this sit for the next month or so it can so worms can compost it. And because worms love grit, or they need grit, should I say, because they have gizzards, so that's how they break down the food. I'm just gonna add some this is pulverized eggshells. There's a tiny bit of biochar in here. The biochar will do other things to this compost, like give the microbes a lot more home. And apparently worms love coffee grounds, so here's some spent coffee grounds. And I'm just gonna add just like that. But yeah, eggshells is good for grit. The biochar is mainly for the biology. So whatever fungi or bacteria wants to live in the biochar, they'll be in that. Plus the worms, when they inoculate the biochar, it makes it like a super condominium, I guess. I'm not sure, I don't remember. I just know that biochar is really good in your compost pile. Even though there's not a lot of biochar that I added, should be good enough. But I just want to do this real quick, and I'll be right back with you guys when I'm done. Well, I'm basically almost done, but when I'm done filling this up, I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do next. Alright guys, so here's how the pile looks like after I filled it up as of August 1st. And we're gonna put back the cardboard. Hopefully by me adding all this material, I won't have to feed them. Well, I won't have to feed them, but I'm gonna check it back on this pile on on September 1st, because that's when I plan on using most of this to feed my trees that I got growing. And if you want to see that, please hit the subscribe button. We'll check on this to see how well it's been breaking down for the past, well, for the next month, should I say. You can see there's worms on top that I didn't see. So hopefully these worms will be nice and fed. Next time we look in here, hopefully they want to be nice and plump too. There'll be tons of worm castings. And yeah, I guess that's pretty much for this video finally. Again, I added coffee grounds because apparently worms go crazy for coffee grounds, and cardboard, so make sure you have enough bedding for them. I can close this. As you see, I'm using my pre-compost as bedding and as a way to feed. So yeah guys, that's it for today's video. If you want to know more updates on this, please hit the subscribe button, because I will be doing an update in September. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next video. Peace.